Only 2 core exercises you'll ever need for ultimate strength and stability. Number 1 is the plank. Imagine this: you're doing everything right, eating well, training hard, staying active, yet something still feels off. Your lower back aches after long hours at your desk. You lose balance doing simple chores, your posture slumps, and every time you try to lift something heavy or push harder in a workout, your body gives out before your muscles do. What's missing? The plank. Yes, that seemingly simple hold, just you, the floor, and gravity, might be the most overlooked yet powerful move in all of fitness. And that's why it takes the top spot on our list of only 2 core exercises you need for strength and stability. Let's cut to the chase. The plank is not just a core exercise, it's the foundation of movement. Your core, made up of your abdominals, obliques, lower back, diaphragm, pelvic floor, and more, is responsible for every action your body performs. Whether you're picking up groceries, swinging a bat, squatting under a barbell, or just standing upright, your core keeps you stable, strong, and safe. And the plank? It targets all of those muscles in one go. It's not just about getting abs. It's about building a core that supports your spine, balances your movement, protects you from injury, and gives you the strength to move like a well-oiled machine. Most people think of planks as a boring add-on at the end of a workout. But picture this instead: a seasoned martial artist, a gymnast, or a pro athlete. All of them rely on one thing before executing any move: core control. The plank trains exactly that. When you hold a proper plank, your abs brace, your glutes contract, your lats pull in, your shoulders lock down, and your spine aligns. Your entire body becomes a single strong unit. This is the difference between raw power and refined strength. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that isometric core exercises, like the plank, activated more deep core muscles than dynamic moves, like crunches. Why does that matter? Because deep core muscles are what truly stabilize your spine and pelvis. Another study from the Spine Journal showed that a stable core significantly reduces lower back pain and improves movement efficiency. And guess what? The plank was one of the key exercises used in that study. Even the US Army has adopted plank variations in place of sit-ups in their fitness tests. Why? Planks are safer, more effective, and better for long-term strength. I remember the first time I tried a plank. I thought it would be easy, but within 20 seconds, I was shaking. Not because I was doing it wrong, but because my core had never been truly engaged like that before. Over the weeks, as I built up my time, I noticed not only an improvement in my strength, but also in my daily posture. Sitting all day at work no longer left me with a sore back, and I found that I could lift heavier weights in other exercises. It was a turning point, a realization that sometimes the simplest moves hold the greatest power. The plank builds real-world strength. Think about how your body works in real life. Rarely do you isolate one muscle group. You don't curl your groceries up to your face. You stabilize your trunk, hinge at the hips, and move. Planks mimic this full-body integration. They build strength that carries over to every other lift. Squats? You'll stay tighter and more upright. Deadlifts? Better spinal alignment. Pull-ups? Core tension helps you get over the bar. Running? Better posture, less fatigue. And it's not just strength. Planks train endurance, the ability to hold tension under fatigue. That's what separates good athletes from great ones. It's not about holding for 5 minutes. Forget the Instagram challenges. Planks are not about how long you can hold still and suffer. They're about how well you can create and maintain tension. The real magic happens when you focus on technique, pulling your elbows toward your toes, squeezing your glutes, tightening your quads, and keeping your spine neutral. 30 seconds of a perfect plank is better than 3 minutes of a sloppy one. Stuart McGill, one of the world's leading spine researchers, recommends sets of 10 to 30-second holds with maximum tension rather than long-duration planks. He calls it planking with purpose. How to do the perfect plank? Start in a forearm position, elbows directly under shoulders. Keep your legs straight, feet together. Squeeze your glutes, quads, and abs. Pull your elbows toward your feet without actually moving them. Create internal tension. Keep your spine flat, chin tucked slightly. Hold for 10 to 30 seconds, rest, and repeat for 3 to 5 sets. And yes, variations matter. You can level up with side planks for obliques, RKC planks, extra tension, or plank reach-outs for anti-rotation stability. People who start adding planks to their routines often notice some surprising changes. Fewer back problems after long workdays. better balance and control in workouts, improved posture and confidence when walking, stronger lifts, especially in squats and deadlifts, more visible abs when combined with smart eating and overall training. The best part? Anyone can start. No equipment, no gym, no excuses. It's just you and your willingness to get stronger. At any age, whether you're 25 or 65, your core is your foundation. And planks? They're the cement. They don't just give you strength, they protect it, hold it together, and make sure you can use it when it matters. So if you've been skipping the plank because it looks easy, think again. It might be the most valuable 30 seconds you ever spent on the floor. Number 2 is the glute bridge. You might not think of your backside when talking about core strength. Most people picture six-pack abs and endless crunches. But the truth is, a strong core isn't complete without powerful glutes. And the glute bridge is the key movement that activates, strengthens, and restores the missing half of your foundation. We already talked about the plank, the king of core engagement from the front. Now meet its powerful counterpart, the glute bridge, which targets your entire posterior chain. Together, they are the only 2 core exercises you need. For years, people have been told to train their abs to build a strong core. But science, rehab experts, and top coaches now agree. Your core includes your glutes, lower back, hips, and pelvis, all of which work together to stabilize your spine, control movement, and protect you from injury. This is where the glute bridge comes in. Lying on your back, feet flat, knees bent, you lift your hips and squeeze. Simple? Yes. But behind that small movement is a major shift in how your body works. Modern life has quietly weakened one of the most powerful areas of your body, your glutes. Hours of sitting at a desk, slouching on the couch, and limited movement cause the glutes to shut down. They fall asleep. And when the glutes stop firing, other parts of your body are forced to overwork and compensate. Your lower back tightens, trying to pick up the slack. Your hip flexors become stiff and painful. Your knees absorb more force than they're built to handle. Your posture deteriorates, and simple movements feel heavy or awkward. Now imagine trying to run, jump, or even walk uphill with this broken system. No wonder so many people over 40 struggle with low back pain, poor balance, and lack of energy. But here's the good news. This can be fixed quickly with the glute bridge. When you do a glute bridge correctly, you wake up your glutes. You retrain your body to move through your hips the way it was designed to, not your lower back. Over time, this small, controlled movement restores hip mobility, reduces back pain, improves posture, and builds total body stability. A strong posterior chain is essential not only for lifting and running, but for balance, walking, climbing stairs, and even sitting and standing properly as you age. And the best part? It's incredibly joint-friendly and accessible for all fitness levels. A study published in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science showed that glute bridges significantly increase gluteus maximus activation, especially compared to traditional hip extension movements. Another study in the International Journal of Sports Physical Therapy found that glute bridges are one of the most effective rehab exercises for patients with chronic lower back pain. This movement has been used in physical therapy clinics for years, not just to fix problems, but to prevent them. It's also part of elite athletic programs to strengthen the posterior chain and protect athletes from injuries. Real story, real results. Let's talk about Mark, a 54-year-old accountant who developed a stiff back and poor posture after decades of sitting. He couldn't touch his toes, and every movement felt heavy. At the gym, crunches only made his back hurt worse. His trainer introduced just 2 movements, plank and glute bridge. At first, Mark was skeptical. But within weeks of doing glute bridges 3 times a week, his posture began to improve. His hips felt looser, his back pain disappeared, and with better movement patterns, he started squatting and walking longer distances with ease. No surgery, no complicated routine, just one simple movement that fixed what years of neglect had broken. To perform the glute bridge correctly, start by lying flat on your back with your knees bent, feet planted firmly on the floor about hip-width apart, and arms resting by your sides. Begin the movement by engaging your core and squeezing your glutes, then drive through your heels to lift your hips off the ground. Raise your hips until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Pause at the top of the movement for 2 to 3 seconds, focusing on maintaining tight glutes and level hips. Slowly lower your hips back down to the starting position with control. Aim for 10 to 15 reps per set. Once bodyweight bridges become easier, you can progress by adding resistance, such as placing a band just above your knees for extra glute activation, or by resting a dumbbell or weight plate on your hips for added load. For a more advanced progression, transition to hip thrusts using a bench or elevated surface to increase the range of motion and intensity. The benefits of the glute bridge go far beyond just building muscle. They're truly life-changing. Stronger glutes help relieve and prevent lower back pain by supporting the spine and reducing the strain on your back during everyday movements. Improved hip stability enhances balance and coordination, lowering the risk of injuries and falls, which becomes increasingly important as we age. Better posture naturally follows when your core and glutes are activated and aligned, leading to greater mobility and a noticeable boost in confidence. Increased muscle engagement, especially in large muscle groups like the glutes and hamstrings, drives a faster metabolism and helps your body burn more calories even at rest. Perhaps most importantly, this leads to a more functional, resilient body that supports active aging and long-term independence. The glute bridge isn't just an exercise, it's a foundation for strength, health, and quality of life. Most people focus only on what they can see in the mirror, but you build a truly functional body when you train your core front to back. The plank teaches your body to resist movement, stabilizing the spine and strengthening your front. The glute bridge reactivates the back half, the glutes, hips, and lower back, creating true 360-degree core strength. Together, these two exercises support your spine, prevent injuries, restore posture, and unlock strength that transfers to every other movement in life. Forget endless crunches. Forget ab machines. If you want to be strong, balanced, and pain-free for life, the answer isn't complex. It's this simple two-move formula.